now. Welcome to the October 2020 celebration event. Celebration event summary notes. BMM News with your host, Gino Murillo.
I'm Gino Murillo. I was abducted by aliens and brought back to bring the message to end speciesism on the planet. Hi everyone, Gino, and here we are again with another celebration summary show. So we're going to get right into it. We don't have as many entries this time, but I still want to keep this quick so I can keep you here with me. Yeah, come on. So, first of all, we have Category 1, Newly Released Original. And our lone participant in this category was Laurie Lopez and the Fairy Flies, composed of Noel and Raphael Lopez. And the song is called Against the Knife. I'd like to start with this line, I'm shaking in my worn out shoes against the night. Now, you'll see why this is powerful as I go here. I'm shaking in my worn out shoes against the night. This is a powerful lyric in this song written by Laurie about the houseless people we increasingly see and experience everywhere. This song, performed by all the Lopezes, as I mentioned, was originally created as far back as 1983. So how forward thinking was that? And then it was refreshed with this live performance. How applicable to today it is. I know from my personal experience in my neighborhood on a daily basis, I've observed and also interacted here with the houseless many, many times. How can one even imagine their lives if one has never had their experience? I appreciate this song because it is all about heart-filled awareness to me. This is one quality vegan music makers hails. Songs of awareness fosters change. It's a beautiful song. Thank you. I know Laurie also has a backlog of old material and an increasing log of new material, so we're looking forward to hearing this and also from hearing from Noel and Raphael. So thank you all once again. Now let's go to Category 2, which is Conscious Activism Music. The first entry is Don't You Forget by Gabriel Casas, our friend from LA. So good to have you in the celebration event again, Gabriel. Your songwriting sound is infectious, and this one is no exception. One can easily be captivated to sing the refrain, Don't you forget where the money is spent. I can't forget how the tune goes. To go along with the song, Gabriel created a video with images of the familiar stores that people go to buy products sadly made from our animal friends. Places like Whole Foods, Costco, Trader Joe's, and so forth. He goes on to images of what they do to animals in the animal ag facilities and indicating that all this can stop if people stop what? Buying. The song makes sure that the listener sees where that food comes from and how they are responsible for the death of trillions of animal lives every year. Whether they still choose to ignore the message or not for their myriad lame reasons, Gabriel still puts another dent in the armor with his message. Thank you, sir, for your music, and you are an amazing music maker. I'm testifying here now, and so it is so. Thank you, Gabriel. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next submission. And this is by Dan Duma. It's called Something Else. Dan, welcome to the celebration. I find this song interesting musically as it often changes from a soft to a hard approach in the singing and with the instruments, all while pointing out to the public that, yeah, maybe they should really listen for a change and make a change in not supporting animal ag. The lyrics ask many questions that should be considered, and with that, sometimes shouts out in anger and righteously so. Some lyrics, do they have us commit atrocities, or are my savings in food a choice? If I can't face where my food comes from, maybe I shouldn't be eating it. If I can't see how they make it, maybe I'll eat something else. If I can't face where my food comes from, maybe I shouldn't be eating it. Is killing animals killing us all? Yes, humans, just think, hey? Thanks, Dan, for these penetrating points and your great song. Thank you. Next up, How I Wish by David Giardina. Dave comes through yet again with another wonderful submission to our celebration. He says about this song on his YouTube channel that, of course, the lyrics and vocals are by himself, the melody based on an old Appalachian folk song. He says in the write-up that no sentient being, human or otherwise, deserves or desires to be enslaved, violated, exploited, harmed, and killed. Please end the barbarism now. Now, in the music itself, you can hear the folk song element for sure, but Dave gives it a smooth texture that evokes sadness and caring for the animals in the big ag industry. As he sings, "How I wish I could do more to stop the blood on the killing floor, to live in peace forevermore," we watch video clips of a slaughterhouse truck driving through the open country, the mountains, and the city, taking the animals to their demise, where activists from the Save movement attempt to stop trucks, which ultimately fails, and it ends with some footage of inside the facility. I love the soft sound of this song, which only makes one contemplate what is really going on here for our dear friends. For additional drama and effect, Dave sings a cappella near the end, driving home his point. Thank you, Dave. Next up, Martyr by Ethereal UK, as submitted by Waritsara Karlberg. All I can say is, wow. Talk about a sound that pulls you in. This is full of the anguish of the animals in the sound, and definitely in the lyrics. It's ethereal and surreal at the same time. While listening, one can tune into the voices of the animals and also the defiant denial by the masses that support animal ag, a system wreaking destruction in every way possible, including spiritually. Here are some lyrics. "Take everything away from me. Take everything away from me. I am a product of the masses. My life flashes before my eyes. You pump me full of chemicals to satisfy your desires. I'm a part of your tradition, a subject of sacrifice, and as I too have feelings, you just ignore my cries. Take everything away from me. Take everything away from me. I am your fantasy. I am your lust. I taste just like luxury, for I am your martyr as you bring me to the slaughter." Thank you so much. I'm protesting right alongside with you. Next up is Like a Dream by Rico Cool Coronato, also known as Kirsten Marilyn, with this song featuring Giselle, Jordan Popke, and Anne-Marie Nachio. This was just released on October 13th, and once again, it's high art by someone we haven't heard from in a while. We miss you. Welcome back to VMM. The song has a nice melody and craftsmanship. The singing has feeling while being of quality. In listening to the lyrics, one can tell this is about a person's struggle in dealing with what they have witnessed in animal suffering. One gets the impression that they literally held an animal or animals as they left their bodies. Very moving, and we know how hard it is to be deeply involved in animal liberation and keep balance, even being able to sleep well on certain nights, or in some cases, many nights. We thank anyone so committed to animal liberation, and we are thankful for the expressions in this fine song. As a former organizer with Direct Action Everywhere in the San Francisco Bay Area, I can testify that after a protest that I was responsible for organizing, my night's sleep after it was nearly 0 hours. Kirsten Marilyn, thank you many times for submitting. Wonderful confessional. Now we move on to category 3, lyrics, one submission, and that was by me. And the lyrics are called "Who Are You?" As explained in the video reading of these lyrics, the words are about befuddlement and confusion on how this whole morass of systems and their destruction to life on the planet and the planet itself exists, and how it has this stranglehold over humans. This was written by me in epiphany mode. I hope you liked it. Also, I remain open to someone writing a song for this, to be determined if I would sing it or the songwriter. I think it could be quite powerful with the right music, as it speaks to the whole confounding mess. All the different systems, capitalism, animal ag, pharma, everything. And then finally, category 4, instrumentals. This is our last entry, And it's by Michael Kaufner. Once again, Michael, thank you for submitting your wonderful stuff. This is called Phi's Theme, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Michael writes about this. Phi's theme is from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword and is by Takeshi Hama. This is our cover for ocarina, piano, and keyboards. Anthony German is featured on the ocarina, and I play all the keyboards and piano. All the keyboard parts were played by ear, and the piano part is a transposition of an arrangement by Bloop. Special thanks to my friend John Van Pelt for his help in engineering the sound. Michael, you and Anthony did a fully lovely job on this. It's alluring, deep, and soulful. And by the way, for those of you that have not heard of an ocarina, and I had to look it up, and it said, the ocarina is an ancient wind musical instrument, a type of vessel flute. Variations exist, but a typical ocarina is an enclosed space with 4 to 12 finger holes and a mouthpiece that projects from the body. This instrument originated in Italy. As for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, this is actually from a video game series, which looks visually beautiful on your video, Michael. A small bit about it goes, it details the origins of the Master Sword, a recurring weapon within the series. Link, resident of a floating town called Skyloft, heads on a quest to rescue his childhood friend Zelda after she is kidnapped and brought to the surface, an abandoned land below the clouds. Armed with the goddess sword and aided by a spirit named Phi, Link must ensure Zelda's safety and stop Gurahim as he attempts to resurrect his master demise. And somehow, all this sounds like a cause for justice to me. Thank you yet again for this wonderful work, Michael, and tell Anthony the same. And oh, the video was beautifully done. It was very cool. Thank you. So folks, that's it. Those are all our entries for October. And I am going to, once again, put all of the links to these songs in the comments below the video so that you can really concentrate on them, focus on them, share them, all that good stuff. Eventually, I will also have it on our new YouTube channel, which we're ramping up right now, and more on that later. But thank you again for joining me and watching this video. And I know that you all missed me while I was abducted, but I'm back full swing, and I think I'm ready to be even a better activist now because of our dear ET friends. So anyway, thank you, and thank you, dear participants, for being in this celebration. Peace.